Look at those two words in the top corner in red. On air. We're live. Again. Last stream was very disappointing. I got no results. I haven't deleted that video yet, but I'm going to. It was terrible. Let's take a look at something here. Okay, if you go down to matches played, we're at 98. So if I can get one win and two drops, that means I will have hit 25% win ratio in 100 drops, which is out of this world for me. I'm still basically, even if I lose, I'm still really in the neighborhood of 25% for 100 drops, and that's just ridiculous. There's so many, there's 5 or 6 games I just sold out. It should have won. Now on the flip side, there's 5 or 6 games I probably should not have won and did. So it all washes out, right? None of this is complaining. I'm just observing that this is an unreal start to the season for me, and I'll take it. Hopefully I have some good luck today. The sprites are cool, but whenever I drop in with sprites, I get distracted and don't usually play as well, so I'm probably going to not take any with me. Look at all these sprites I'm missing, and I don't care. IDGAF about filling out my sprite columns. My friend JoJo's playing duos, but they play zero build. No thank you. Are we ready to do this? We're dropping in. Let's go. Playing builds and getting killed. The non-fam-friendly streamer known as Tim Von Swine, 1970. No kids allowed. Go watch fucking Bush Camp Dad or something. That loser. I just pray I get a couple of good drops, some good dubs, and then I can enjoy the rest of my day. Feeling accomplished. Hello, streamer or viewer. Hope you're having a good day today. First drop for me. I got to try and win 1 out of 2 drops. I'm not saying I'm only doing 2 drops, but goodbye, viewer. Do you want to watch my loading screen? Okay. Maybe you saw that I'm not family friendly. F you. I love these load times on my PS4 console. Okay, where are we going? Give that one a shot. You can't do what's right, you guys do what's left. And she said, no one loves me. Neither do I. Makes perfect sense. So I never ask why. Don't hold it against me unless it gets hard. Do 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 do. Let me know that song by TCV. Gotta lock in. Locking in, as Mr. Luss would say. I'm gonna get shredded, I can tell. today. I'm crazy for dropping a gold rifle, but I don't like that exploder. And I really don't like mortars. What are you doing, guy? Welcome in, viewer. Hope you're having a good day today. Goodbye. This is goodbye. I don't like this shotgun, but not carrying a shotgun in this game is not very smart. Map. A little bit left, okay. A little ghosty. Too fast. No, I don't want that. Thank you, Mr. Bot, for being an easy kill. God damn it. Oh, still in zone, crazy. Oh, my eyes are bad. Yo, can I get a half pot, please? Better. Here. Okay, no, no. Why so bad? Oh, how did I not reload after that fight? Oh, because I had the weapon swap problem. What to do here? Whoa, sure. From one bear to another. That's what I'm looking for, thank you. I know that striker pump hits harder, but I can't hit shots with it. I mean, the Maven's such a soft weapon this season. It was really good when it first came out years ago, but unless it's purple or gold, it's pretty wimpy. What gold do I have? A lot. I'd go to a Vendo, it's probably pretty contested right now. How did that dude not see me? It was a bot, that's how he didn't see me. were a player, I would have been dead right now. Officer 420, okay, some fucking stoner in my drop. God, I hate stoners. Have to camp this. What? Alright, let's look at this map here. Pretty terrible. The hard rotation, dude. That's definitely going to be fighting my way if I try and go middle. I don't want to be out in the water. This is a bad one. There we go. I gotta relax and not be so tough on myself. Watch for people in trees. Oh, come on, little guy. Not today. Also tough. This is rough and tough. Hello, viewer. Almost completely fumbled my build there. Where are these dudes? Is somebody camping a tree? Come on, McSweaty. Guy's over there sweating his dick off. Where do I gotta go? I gotta go to them? Okay. That shot. Ooh, there's a bad being down here. Thank you. Put the panel up, please. I gotta go back this way. Wow. Hard rotations, boys. Oh, I missed my shot coming over. How'd that guy perfectly hit me on a no-scope with a hunting rifle, dude? I think everyone's using trigger bot with the hunting rifle. This guy's absolutely cheating. It's really hard to see on the PS4. Everything's so blurry. I remember Carter 2K did a video a little over a year ago where he broke out his PS4 console and he like lost a lot of fights because he could hardly see anybody because the frame rate's so bad. That was disappointing. All right. This is drop number 100. I have 24 wins. It's time for number 25. Son of a bitch. Let's go to the bird tower. Bird sanctuary. Sanctuary from the law. This next song is called Sanctuary. Out of the West I came on a war with steel. I've never killed a woman before, but I know how it feels. I know you'd have gone insane if you saw what I saw. Now I got to look for sanctuary from the law. Rest in peace, Paul Diano and Gladberg. This is such a good spot to land. Hey, what's up, Henry? How you doing today? You know, this spot out here on the corner is got a lot of stuff for a solo drop, but it always puts you like right in storm off the bat. It's such a drag. Like, I understand how the devs want to push people into the game. I don't like that shotgun. But come on now. Let us loot on the perimeter a little bit longer. Don't just put something right away into the storm. Because now I don't like have any mats or anything. You know, it kind of makes you hurry up and get out. Bacon easy, what's happening? Flex SMG, oh good, that's cool. What is going down? I don't really have time to fish, but I'm going to go for it. Just trying to catch a dub out here. Kind of bummed Henry left. Just chilling. I got a long way to go. I have a long way to go, dude. No match. Whoa. And what do we got here? Clack snacks. Okay, let me take my thing. Dying in storm here. Not happy about that. So brutal. I know it's only a one click, but I'm getting so buried deep in storm here. I was fooling around and actually died from storm sickness the first time the other day in pubs. Ropes. Bro, what are these zones? Hello, second viewer. Welcome aboard. My rotation is terrible today. Or this game, I should say. That's not good. That is good. I gotta hope this guy with the boots pushes the dude at the extraction site. I need a break, regroup, and get my heels up. Oh boy. Not good zones. Ooh, buddy. Why am I stopping to farm wood? Because I use mostly wood for ramping as much as possible, and I try and save my brick and metal for boxing. always on the run in this game. You know what? No, I can't do it. I don't like that shotgun, but it hits so hard. If I hit one shell with it, it does so many. No, I was never, I don't even know if I've even really, I've been around Darko once or twice, like, at conventions, but me and him never were friends or talked or linked up or worked together. He was very fortunate. He got in and got his Evil Angel gig really fast. Like, he was kind of kicking around, making a name for himself, doing photos for people, and then shot some video here and there. He was kind of, I don't want to say discovered, but he kind of got put through and on the big stage by Jules Jordan, because Jules wanted to like bring him under his ring and have him shoot underneath him. And hey Val, what's up? And Darko went ahead and got an offer from Stag to do his own stuff. Oh, got a player here. Nice little box in I got myself going here. So Darko just kind of had his own orbit, like from very early on, and didn't really have to collab or work alone when he didn't want to. Well, I don't know that Mike is shooting for Darko. I know that Mike is shooting for Jules, because Mike doesn't have the money to fund his own productions like he used to. I gotta get out of here. I know Darko has slowed down, kind of like everyone has. I mean, Mike's older than me and Darko's older than Mike, so Darko's got to be about 61 or 62. No, TT Boy and Talon are brothers. Dirty Harry is their uncle. Shockwave. What's that? Dude, I got a green AR. What am I going to do with that? Ooh, this is dangerous. No, Dirty Harry is TT Boy and Talon's uncle. No, Ed Powers was kind of like, I don't want to say out of the game, but he was basically kind of done and wrapped up by the time I came in and got going. Like, he was still around to some degree. Like, if you take Ed Powers and Rodney Moore, I think those dudes are really close to the same age and had kind of had the same amount of time in the game. No, I don't want that. But Rodney Moore was much better at keeping himself going. Like, he just, Rodney Moore was smart. He had the websites. He shot hairy girls, big girls, whatever. I don't think specifically he did with, like, I'm very good friends with Harry, and he told me he drove a bus for a long time, and then he retired and invested in a porno shop at the movie store with Peter North in Florida. Ooh, that's still coming into play. And that took all his money and he never really got paid back. So he was kind of bitter about that. And so after that failed, I think that's whenever he decided to try performing. And I met him shooting the Teens for Cash stuff. And since me and Harry got along so well, and I knew what his boundaries and limits were, what his capabilities were, I should say, when I left the Gangbang Squad Teens for Cash company that we were, I got fired from there. I started working for Midnight Prowl and Meat Holes and Red Light and all that, and I told the Midnight Prowl guys that Dirty Harry would be great for Meat Holes and whatnot. Contusion, Mike Sullivan, all that. And he was. And so they brought him in, and he became one of their main guys, which helped him bridge over and start working with Ashley Blue. So I did kind of help Harry's career take a step up because of my recommending him. No, Jack Moore was originally part of Teens for Cash, Harry, but he couldn't be available all the time, so that's where they got Jake Jacobs, Jake Crew. JW Ties got in because of the content clip store era. He's not a mainstream guy. He never shot for anyone else in his life, so he doesn't really qualify. Tadpole, JW Ties, Vinny O'Neill, Samaj, Thor Johnson, those guys all got in because of what clip stores allowed them to do in social media. So those guys aren't real performers, real pros. I'm not saying they don't do scenes, and I'm not saying they're no good. I'm saying they're not. They didn't come through the traditional way. They kind of circumvented and made their own thing. But I was cool with Jack Moore too in the beginning. I mean, we're still friendly. I saw a thing earlier. Yes, the merchandise, I've only sold one piece, but whatever. I don't really get money from tube revenue. I get money from membership sales and clip sales and things like that, and VOD, like my VOD stores. No, I was gone when they shot Nikki Hunter. And I was good friends with both Nikki and her husband Josh. Alright, so let's get serious here. 1v3. I'm trying to have Skeletor be a wild card here. Okay, 1v2. There's one. Where's this other clown? Reload, bro. Hit the wrong button. That was a bummer. Nikki Hunter, again, was a real good friend of. I like her a lot, I should say. But I didn't understand why she, oh, this is so dangerous. That zip line would have been suicide. She had a lot of choice words to say about her meat hole scene, as in like she regretted it, which I think it was kind of unfair. Like, hey, just you've been around long enough. If you don't like it, stop the scene and don't take the money. I talked about it on one of my episodes. Ooh, this is bad. Lots of trees. This is so bad. I'm so claustrophobic. I cannot see where anything is. Sit and duck out here. It's just so hard. My eyes are bad. I'm on a shitty console, dude. I don't want to fucking sell this. How did that miss, bro? I shot him right in the back. Let's fucking go, dude. That guy sold it to me, and I will take it. That was outstanding. Thank you, Val. That was the win I needed. That is my 25th win in my 100th drop. I've officially hit 25% win percentage for the first 100 drops for the first time ever. That was incredible. I'm glad you guys were there. Jasmine Byrne into a warehouse, I'm trying to remember that scene. I don't. I shot Jasmine Byrne a number of times, but I don't remember that one specifically off the top of my head. You have to give me a co-star. Facial abuse, dude, is that bad pricing? Not necessarily. Everything is kind of based on what you're doing and how many guys are in the scene. So for a 2-on-1 with anal and DP and all that, 2,000 is fine. The fact that, like, you'd be surprised at girls that do rough scenes that have never done rough sex before. They're like, fine, I'll try it, who cares? And afterwards, sometimes you're like, oh my god, that was the worst thing ever, and other times they're just like, well, whatever, I just won't do it again. Like, some of them really don't care. I think a lot of people get caught up in how they personally react to what they see, that the performer feels even remotely the same way they do, and that's not the case almost ever. Like, you'd be surprised at how gnarly just things are in the trenches in the business. Because it's a little different now. Like, back when people were shooting for companies all the time, and in the Valley there was 40 companies shooting 7 days a week, you went from company to company and place to place, and every set was different. Some were similar. You worked with a lot of the same guys. Some people, you only use certain guys. And so, do you want this check? Do you want to keep it going? Okay, cool. This is what you got to do today. And you have an agent that, you know, some of them were a little more better at preparing the girls than others, what they were getting themselves into. Thank you, Val. I do like the Polar Patroller skin. Probably my number one for sure. I don't bring them out as much, but because I'm kind of protective of him. I don't like using it when I'm playing bad. But I've been playing pretty good lately, and this was only fitting that I got that milestone win with that skin. Okay, where am I landing? I'm trying to spot here. See if I get stream sniped. See this? Before I wasn't able to do this, but other people were, like on PC and PS5. So that's how like you get crown sniped and sprite sniped, whatever now. Oh, I didn't know that I maxed him out. Oh no. I didn't want to bring him with me. Yes, I remember Brandy Taylor. I did not shoot her. Vince Voyer shot her, I think, a couple of times, but I never shot with Brandy. Or shot her, period. This is going to be a tough one. Shield, okay, thank you. That's better. Well, you know, it's hard to have ethics for some people, and it's hard for some people to behave whenever they're around girls that can be easily plied or influenced into, you know, sexual positions and favors or whatnot. And a lot of people give into it because once you've been around the business for, say, 10 months to a year and a half, you start seeing, oh, it's the girls that come and go, and it's the guys and the companies and the shooters that stick around. These girls are all disposable. They don't matter, blah, blah, blah. That's how a lot of people look at it. And there is some truth to it from the standpoint of the 80% of the girls have a career from 6 months to 2 years and they never come back. Wow, that's not going to take him off? How am I not getting a headshot? Dude, come on. This shotgun's supposed to hit for 100 damage. I was ADSing the guy's dome and getting hits for 48. That was lame. But, you know, also, like, remember, not everyone is, has impulse control. People do like abusing others. I'm not condoning anything. I'm just saying that a lot of people are victim to their own desires and, like, flaws. And sometimes the girls don't know any better and just go along with it, you know? And if I'm being honest, like, I don't know, porno's porno, like, you're in, you're out. Like, I don't know how much it really, that stuff specifically ruins anyone over the fact that whether you're vanilla or hardcore, the fact you did porno, people are always going to have their own opinion about it and not always be fair, you know? That's the most damaging thing. That's how other people feel about what you did. Which is really unfair, but that's, people are shitty and shallow and, you know, people tease each other and I don't want to mantle there. You cannot, remember, if you're trying to mantle on this part of the map, you can only do it on that corner. If you do it by the windows, it will put you through the windows every time. What do we have here? Actually, drop this pistol. I like that very much. I have no money for shockwaves. I think I'm crazy to carry an SMG over a shotgun, but no, not this season. Oh, I gotta go back here and look at something. Yeah, you know, I wish I could have. There have been more that I found attractive that were not kind of on the fringe. Like, sometimes girls on the fringe that represent themselves or have the suitcase pimp, sometimes they're great. But sometimes you run the risk of them being kind of like escorts, and they don't really perform or give me what I want in a co-star. So yeah, I know what you mean. Lisa Tiffin and like Ariana Aiden, like she was great. Monique Simone was terrible. You know, Serena Ali was cool because she was new and ooh. She was new and a little bit hesitant, but at least she trusted me and was very patient. And that was really important. That's how we had a good day that day. Yeah, Vicky Chase is never going to retire. Ooh, I don't like that. Back there on this fucking island, that guy's got a hunting rifle. Alright, how am I gonna rotate this? I gotta go up here to the car wash. And I gotta hope that dude, the hunting rifle, doesn't pick me off. Oh, this is crazy, guys. Let's see if the guy's using aimbot or triggerbot up there. Yeah, she just wasn't really experienced with anal, and little Porky's a bit wide, so it took her a while to be able to handle that. But I was able to take my time and be patient, so it worked out. Picking up an aura sprite. So Dusty's down. 2 top 10. Oh no, she was definitely with Mike. Mike loved baby cakes. Look, I thought she was really sweet and really cute, but the vibe between she and I just wasn't there. She was, you know, I don't want to say ghetto, but Mike was the kind of person that he was going to do a POV with what worked for him, right? Like, he wasn't about the performance. He was about getting what he wanted his way. And he just was basically a prop act for a girl to bounce up and down on the floor. I'm not saying he wasn't a good POV shooter. I'm saying he didn't really have much of a dynamic other than just being a hard-on. That's a bit harsh, but what's my favorite series? Oh, I don't know. Oh, this is a tough corner here. You know, I was really proud of how my I got a window. I did not want a mantle there through the window. I gotta say, you know, the way everything kind of shook out with all the blowbang stuff. See, and I didn't really know this at the time. I wasn't too hip to it, but when we started Cum Glazed in 2004, I had gone to my first AVN show just before that. So I didn't realize that the blowbang genre was still really kind of hadn't taken off yet. It didn't even really exist. So Cum Glaze was one of the initial first like blowbang lines. Not saying it was the first. I'm saying it was among the first because you had 10-Man Cum Slam, you had Brandon Iron with Baker's Dozen and Good Source of Iron. Mike didn't have a blowbang line yet. He put blowbangs in his movies. That's different. Right. As far as, but I'm kind of like gonna split that up here because there was my favorite as far as like what I'm most proud of as a shooter, and then as far as performing goes, yes, I performed most in POV Pervert because towards the end there, that was the only way we could kind of get productions because the money was so tight. Yeah, I would say, so moving on, the fact that I came up with the title and the concept of Praise the Load is probably what I'm most proud of. I thought that POV Pervert was great, but I liked Jerk Off Material better. And it doesn't seem to make much sense, but with Jerk Off Material, I could either shoot the girl by herself or shoot her after she did a blowbang or a 2-on-1 or something. And those were fun days because there was already so much vibe and sex in the room that if a girl took a break and then I got her second, I didn't mind at all. That was a lot of fun. Or sometimes I'd get her first and the guys would get her second. Oh, this is so bad, dude. I don't like that fucking tower there. Okay, how am I going to rotate this, everyone? I got to go back to the beach shack. Oh, this is, I'm dead. I'm not winning this game. If someone gets on that tower with a hunting rifle, it's curtains. There's no one up there, okay? Switch to brick. I can't go out there. Little guy making noises, stalking me. Jerk Off Material was so fun. It was so free-flowing, easy, like all sex. Okay, let's see what we got. Fuck off with your splash damage, bro. You other fucking bozos. trying to get out of there. How did he see me? Motherfucker. Oh, I'm so fucking mad. I'm not mad at you guys. It's just these fucking bozos. How did that guy get an angle on me? Well, when you take like someone like Simon Demur and the ones that never really, but Ava Devine, you know, it's not like it was. They can kind of stick around because of being able to shoot with anyone for OnlyFans. So it's not a real metric of longevity. There's no need for another Siren Demur scene ever again. But there's new people that come in that need content, and so she's kind of an entry-level person to work with. Oh, I want to fight this guy so bad in a different setting. Like, I was running from those two other guys, and this guy gets a headshot on me, motherfucker. Well, Jessica Bangkok was probably better from the standpoint of she liked it more. London Keys was natural and prettier that way. But the problem with London Keys was she was turned into such a prostitute hooker, like high-end escort, like monster. You know, Jessica didn't do that. I mean, girls got to make her money, right? Oh, you're going to lose, but you're going to die in Storm. I love it. F you. Oh, that's so like, come on. Take this guy's head off. This guy wins this game? No way. What's a sweat like this doing in pubs? I'm so bitter right now. I'm going to throw this kid off of a building. Oh, I'm mad. That's not where he's at, dude. Yeah, I mean, there was... You try and have a standard, and then you try and have someone that you want to work with, and then you try and have... Sometimes you gotta try new girls, right? But you can't always try new girls. You know, you have to have a ratio of pros and newbies and whatever. And there just weren't a lot of black girls that were pros and didn't want to do anal and didn't want to do cum swallowing. Like, a lot of them, you know, again, had that kind of hooker, like, I'm in charge mentality. They didn't like you telling them what to do. And I'm not paying someone for them to tell me what to do. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely not. The guy's rotating to the right, dude. He's not straight ahead. Make up your mind, bro. You got too many weapons. Well, you know, D Snoop was a good little guy you could have in the pocket, you know, as a B and C list dude. Wow, what kind of push was that? How did he not kill that guy? That guy is very confident. Wow, he sold it. That was really disappointing. That guy absolutely sold that game. So D Snoop, you know, it got to a certain point where guys like him couldn't get hired. So there was, you know what I mean, there was only, for all the need for interracial content and black male performers, it started getting really, the talent pool got really selective. And only the top guys, and they were getting kind of taken over and contracted out, whatever. And he wasn't, endowed enough. He wasn't dynamic. He was just a dude that could do scenes, and if you had him on a good day, he was a really good part of your crew. But he didn't have what it took to go up to the next level, and there weren't enough directors like me that knew how to get the most out of someone like him by booking people and creating an environment where the guy could relax and do his best. See, that's another big problem about the whole business overall is there's not enough people that know how to actually set a tone and a vibe for the performers for them to do their best. Nowadays, it's all like, hey, if you can't do it, then here's a spike. Go inject your dick, and you'll be hard for an hour, and that's what we'll do. And it's 10 p.m., and you've been on set since 12 noon, and you haven't even had... You know what I mean? Like, they set up everything all wrong. Everything's such a business now. It's terrible. But, you know, I was around at a good time and did what I could. Hello, third viewer. I'm doing one more drop. I'm so mad about that one. That little Baron kid. We're looking for him in this drop. Where am I landing? Back to the bird sanctuary one last time. It's not a good place to drop because it's the end of the zone. And if I don't get a favorable circle, I'm going to be running all game again. But too late now. Well, yeah, once I, how would you say, when you take the pro side of my career, like, how is that guy? Wait, wow, there's all these people dropping before me? Yeah, I'm bailing. Like, we book the girls for websites or agents bringing them by or whatever, right? When I started doing more of the pro-am stuff and got into the BBW talent pool, yes, there were some girls that reached out to me and wanted to shoot with me through word of mouth or whatever, which was really important in the beginning and is a big part of how content works. You work with people, they recommend you, next thing you know, like, you're blowing up. One girl that for sure reached out to me first was Raven Triple X was one. What do we got here? So scuffed. She reached out to me first, and I think that I forget how me and Lingling connected, but I could tell she was older and not just some impressionable new girl. I don't want that. I don't want that. So I told Lily, hey, look, do you mind doing a phone call? Because that might really help us understand what we're both trying to do here. And I can give you some nuance on what I do and how, whatever. And that was like the best thing ever. Like, that really helped her and I reach an understanding that allowed me to shoot basically her first real hardcore scenes. Okay, what's this map here? Gotta go back here again? Okay. No, put the marker down. You know, a day like that, as amazing as it is to have two absolutely knockout chicks all to yourself, there's so much pressure not to fuck it up. Like, there's so much pressure not to be lame. And to get a fantastic scene. So yeah, you can enjoy it, but you have to make sure you're on your best that day. So it was legendary, but stressful, for sure. It was, very much so. You gotta get your pictures, you gotta get your tease footage, I mean there's so much you gotta get right. Thank you, Val. That's very, very, very flattering. I appreciate that. The gold pistol, I got this. I'll take the extra heals. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let me get out of here. Yeah, that definitely kind of put a lot of people on notice because Noelle Easton wasn't working for a lot of people by that point in her career. Noelle Easton, who was so hot, oh my God, the first like year or two she was around, she was an absolute dime piece, the perfect 10. She had a couple of experiences that she wasn't too thrilled with and got very selective with who she would do boy-girl scenes with. Luckily, she and I had a very good rapport, and she always said yes to working with me. And I was very, very, very fortunate because of that. So, by the time we got to shooting that scene, I'd already worked with her twice, and she was starting to get really thin. She had some changes going on in her life that, you know, she was kind of changing and not really the same person. I don't mean that way. Let me back that up. She was kind of transitioning out. She lost weight and was doing some things for her that she thought were the right things, and I don't knock her for that. It's just, I liked her better when she was a lot more wholesome and full-bodied. But I have nothing bad to say about her, because she was always a sweetheart and gave me great scenes. No, his real name is Yuri. Yuri is just a free enterpriser. He's a fucking dude from the Ukraine who moved to the U.S. when he was a teenager, lived in Hollywood, was a loser, didn't have any friends, so he kind of had to go into porno. He was just some bodybuilder, short guy, has a Napoleon complex. I liked Yuri in the beginning. We got along, but I always heard he was, like, he will totally throw you under the bus if he gets a chance in a business setting, and he did that to me. He kind of the reason I got fired from Platinum and Red Light. So yeah, he's not a scrupulous guy. I could give or take it. I don't hate the guy, but there's nothing to like about him now. I can tell you that much. I don't want that shotgun. waste this. Was there heals in here? I'm sorry, I'm going doubling back. There's not. Rook of Page was fantastic. She liked to drink, I tell you that much. She was a partier. She definitely liked to tip him back, and I admired that. But wow, she had great body for me, like for my style, my taste. Well, he doesn't really have much of a personality. Like I said, a lot of guys in porno, be it directors, performers, whatever, a lot of them were losers, didn't have friends in real life before joining the business. Like, that's just a fact. That's not me picking on anybody. That's kind of why they ended up there. Because they were kind of socially inept and kind of outcasts and just, they weren't cool, you know? That's the majority of the dudes in the business. That's got bought. I have to be very careful here. I'll come back and kill this dude. Yeah, I had a feeling he heard or saw me going around the hill there. Now if I mapped just in time. Yeah, Mia Ryder was fantastic. She was really good. We shot her early on, and Mike worked with her in the beginning, and took a while to kind of learn how to do the relax and be on set, but man, me and her became good friends and had great scenes. I gotta camp this one for a minute, guys. There's like no bots left, it's all players. Thank you. Mantle, please. Dude, it's so hard to like move around on this PS4. No, I don't need to listen to an audio log, bro. She was also incredible. Really, really incredible. You know, her pictures, like, on her, when I first, saw her, didn't really do her justice, and well, there was a bot left, and that was it. That was the last bot in the game, probably. If that was a real player, I would have been completely shredded. Here. Ooh, buddy. Yeah, I did a really cool photo layout with her for Fox Magazine too. Clutch, guys. See how hard it is for me to... How do I ever win any games with my ham-fisted mechanics? Alright, it's 1v4. I gotta get... That's gonna be really bad. Okay, nice trigger bot there, bro. Oh boy, why is it so sweaty in pubs, everybody? Why can't these guys go play ranked? What's going on here? Oh, that guy snuck up. What an asshole. Okay. So there's two of them there. He sweats, bro. Yeah, Sledgehammer was also a good friend. He was a really good guy. I really liked him. But he got into a bad spot where he was working too much and wasn't sleeping. Taking too much Xanax, and he had a girl that kind of didn't help, driving him crazy. And called the cops on him when she shouldn't have, and then they showed up and she didn't help the situation, and he freaked out. And they tased him to death, man. It was brutal. And then afterwards, she's like, "Oh my God, Sledge, I loved him." It's like, you got him killed, dummy. If you loved him, why'd you call the cops on him, you dumb bitch? But yeah, it was a shame. He was a real good guy. One of the best. Marlon Anderson was his name, from I believe Seattle or somewhere in Washington. Real good dude. We used to go get pizza and beer at Round Table Pizza after scenes. He'd come hang out at my pad sometimes. We'd drink Heineken, get hammered. Sledge-hammered. I hooked him up with a gal that I knew at the pool hall. And she adored him, man. Like, just a civvy. She was kind of a frustrated, mom with kids and divorcee. She might have, I don't know if she was still married or not, but I said, yeah, well, my friend Sledge, you should, hit him up. Because I knew it wouldn't have been good for me and her to hook up. I wasn't really looking to get involved with her, but Sledge tangled with her, and they had some very good times. So I was very happy about that. God, her name was, what, Monica or something? Filipino lady? Worked at the DMV. But hey, look, I want to thank everyone for hanging out on the stream today, because I got 1 win and 4 drops, which makes it 25%. Clutch win. Kind of stole that one. I'll take it. Maybe the sprite helped because of the damage. I think it did. And we'll get them next time. Bacon Easy and Val and whoever else was here. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. You guys have a good week. Let's call cut here. And cut. Alright guys, see you next time. Later.